Let me show you how to go through the initial configuration on Samsung Galaxy A57. So once you turn on your phone, you will see this welcome message. So of course, we're going to tap on Start. In here, we need to choose the language that we want to use on our phone. So I'm going to choose English United States and let's proceed. Now over here, we need to select that we agree to the end user license agreement, and then we're going to go next. Over here, we can easily set up our Galaxy A57 with another smartphone. So if you have your older device, you can use it in order to transfer some settings, accounts, and so on and so forth. And you can also do this with iPhone. But if you want to perform a clean setup, then of course we can tap on Setup manually. And this is what I'm going to do. Now in here, we need to choose the Wi-Fi network that we want to connect to. So you should be able to see the list of your networks. You can also turn off Wi-Fi and you can set up without the network, but of course you might need to still use the internet access, so you might need to use mobile data instead. You can also use the Wi-Fi QR code scanner in here if you want to connect without having to enter the password. Once we are connected, we should be able to go next over here, and now we have the service provider setup, which might happen in some cases, and if needed, you need to tap on a restart in order to reboot your phone to update the features and services provided by the operator. Alright, afterwards we have the option to connect to mobile network, so we can tap on over here and then we can go next, if you of course want to use the mobile network. And now we need to wait a couple of seconds for the next menu to appear. After that, we have the option to copy apps and data, and usually you can also use the Google backup in order to restore some data. So if that's the case, you want to tap on next, but since I'm performing a clean setup, I'm just gonna tap on don't copy, and now we need to wait again. You might see this option that allows you to sign into your Google account with ease, apparently. So we can search for accounts connected to this phone number that you have on your phone. If that's the case, of course, you can go next and you can try to do that. In my case, I'm just gonna skip this and I'm gonna use my credentials instead because it's just simply easier for me. So you can enter your email or phone number in order to sign into your account. And of course, if you want to, you can skip completely this step. If you decide to sign into your Google account, then you can choose who will be using this device. In my case, I will be using this device, so I'm just gonna go next. Over here, we need to agree to Google Terms of Service, so let's tap on I agree. And now let's wait again. After that, we have the option to set up a password and biometrics. So if you want to, you can create the PIN code, password, or a pattern. You can also set up fingerprints immediately over here, and also add the face scan or face data. In my case, I don't really want to use my time for that right now. Of course, we can manage the lock screen password and biometrics later on in the settings once you set up your phone, so hence why I'm just gonna skip this. But feel free to set up the password if you want to. I'm just gonna skip anyway. Now over here we have a couple of Google services that we can manage. I can recommend you disabling this option, allow scanning. This is for Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, and it is not really necessary to have this option enabled all the time, and in fact it can save a little bit of the battery, so of course you can turn it off. In fact, in my case I'm just gonna turn off everything because I don't really need to use these features, but in your case of course feel free to adjust it to your own needs. And let's go ahead and tap on accept. And then we have the option to use Google Backup. You can back up your photos and videos using your Google account. And also you can back up other device data that is listed in here. We can of course tap on the checkbox in order to exclude something. And if you want to, you don't have to use the backup at all. We can choose don't backup. And this is what I'm gonna do. But once again, feel free to create and use a backup. Afterwards, we need to choose our browser and search engine. And in my case, actually, it says that just the search engine. But if we proceed, if you see the list of browsers, and if you don't know which one to choose, I think the best option, or actually the most popular option, is going to be the Chrome browser or Google Chrome browser. So you can select that. And in the case of the search engine, of course, the most popular choice is Google. So I'm gonna select it in here and we can tap set as default. Now over here we have the information about Gemini, which of course you can read if you are not familiar with it yet. And of course we can go next. Then we have the option to set up the Hey Google, which is the voice activation for the Gemini. If you want to be able to activate Gemini by saying, hey Google out loud, then of course you can tap on a turn on, and then we have the configuration. You will have to say a couple of sentences out loud to be able to use it. But if you don't really care about it, you can of course tap on a no thanks instead. And now, once again, we need to wait a couple of seconds, and we have the setup of the Samsung account. Now, if you want to use the Samsung account, then you can sign in with your Google account, which is a really convenient way. You can also use your email or phone number, or you can sign in with a QR code. If you don't have an account, you can tap on forgot password or don't have an account, and then you can create your account. You can also select that you forgot your ID or a password in order to recover your account. But also what you can do is you can completely skip the sign in into the Samsung account, and you can choose setup later in settings. Over here, if you decide to skip the setup screen of the Samsung account, you see the information about things that you might not be able to use without the account. But of course, if you still are convinced to not use the Samsung account just yet, at least, then of course we can tap on skip and proceed. Over here we have a couple of Samsung services, and you can decide if you want to use them or not. I'm gonna leave them as they are, and I'm gonna tap on agree. Then we have the option to choose if you want to use the light mode or the dark mode. In my case, I'm gonna stick with the light mode, and I'm gonna proceed. And now we need to wait again. You might see some recommended apps, and in some cases you can uncheck them, so they won't be installed. In some cases, unfortunately, you cannot really uncheck them, and they are going to be installed. And here we have some update options as well, so since it is an update, I'm just gonna leave it. I want to make sure that my apps are running the latest versions, and we are all set up. We can now tap on home, and there we go. Actually, now after that, if you have two physical SIMs inserted into your phone, then you might see a little bit of the setup for both of them. You can change their name. We can go next. Then you need to choose the preferred SIM for calling. You can choose always ask. Also, whenever you try to make a call, you are going to be asked which SIM you want to use. You can also choose the specific SIM. You can go next. We can choose the preferred SIM for messages, and also for mobile data. You can also toggle data switching and backup calling. There we go. If you want to, you can of course exit SIM manager settings. We also have the option to discover and installed great apps, which is just a bloatware. So instead of continuing, I'm gonna actually close it here in the upper right corner. Yes, I wanted to exit app setup. So if you don't need a bloatware on your phone, I recommend you do exactly the same thing. All right, we are on the home screen. This is how it looks like, and yeah, if you need to know more about Samsung Galaxy A57, then of course you can check out my channel. I have a bunch of tutorials for this phone. Also, I have a video about first things that you can do with this phone. So if you are new to Samsung or to Android, or if you are just not sure what you should do on your phone first, then I can recommend you checking out that video. And that's pretty much it. Leave a like and subscribe.